guys, I'm a Night Siren, and if you remember yesterday, I'm sure, I see that quite a few people watched it. I posted a first impressions video on Five Nights at Freddy's 4, and what I had to say was negative because I found the game to have some really major flaws, and it made the game impossible to play. But when I got on my computer this morning, I saw that Scott had updated the game. So I went and I checked, and he apparently boosted the breathing sound that's supposed to alert you to the presence at your door. And of course I was excited, and I went and I played the game. And I can hear the noise now. I hear the noise, and I know what to expect. You know, I know when I need to shut the door now. So I can actually play it. So since I can actually play it, which I have been playing it, I still haven't been able to beat Night 2 because I'm apparently really terrible at this new game. But I've gotten to enjoy the experience a little more. I'm still a little afraid that I'm going to get jump scared. I'm afraid that my ears are going to be insulted with a loud scream, but that's about it. So I'm going to try and do a real review for you guys, one that isn't just me complaining about bugs. Like, now that I feel like the big problem with the game is fixed, I think I can have a fair opinion on it. So, first off, the game is beautiful. Like, Scott has just, over the course of the installments, he has just gotten so much better with his art style. And the animatronics are, they're nightmare-ish, and they're really scary looking just to look at. I mean, they're really creepy, especially compared to the original versions of the animatronics. So he did a really good job on the design, on making them look like actual nightmares, and I really enjoy that. The new game mechanics are really interesting. It's a nice fresh take on the series, considering that, you know, the first two games were very similar. The third game was a little different, but this game, it's just completely out of the play style of the other games. And if anything, I would have to say that it's more reminiscent of the original game than the other two, than the second and third game. But the concept of the playstyle is very nice. It's very fresh. It's you know, it's easy to be. It's just a good new take on the series. And and as I said before, it's a little reminiscent of the first game. You have two doors to your sides, and of course, just like in the first game, Bonnie will come to the left, Chica will come to the right, and you have to shut the doors and shine your flashlight. And if you guys played the first one, you know that when you go to hit the light button, there will be this scare when there's an animatronic just standing there staring at you, and you have to react quickly. Well, the same thing's kind of integrated into this game, except for the fact that if you turn your light on and there's an animatronic there, you're going to die. You're going to get your ears insulted with a loud scream, and you're gonna die. And it's game over, you gotta restart. And I really like that. It's really nerve-wracking because you have this pause where, oh my gosh, am I going to turn my light on and I'm just going to get my face ripped off by a giant robot bunny? And it's really nice. It kind of takes the fear from the first game. You guys probably don't know this, but the first game's actually my favorite. So it takes the elements of the first game, and it kind of dumbs them down, and it makes them more personal. Like, because in the first game, you hit buttons, but in this game, you are literally, you could literally be peering out your door right into something that's going to kill you, and you wouldn't even know it until you turn that light on and it kills you, or you turn that light on and nothing's there at all. And I really like that. You just have this little pause of just pure, utter, oh my gosh, am I gonna die, terror. And it's really properly integrated. However, I do find the jump scares too loud, and it kind of takes me out of it when I'm constantly afraid that my eardrums are going to get blown out by a loud scream. I still think that needs to be turned down a little bit, because it's hard for me to enjoy something when I'm actually, like, my ears are hurting from playing in the game. That's right at this moment the only real complaint I have. But other than that, it's still really scary with the door thing. And not only that, but in the first game, how Foxy was, like, standing on the stage, and he had the curtains, and he would have all these stages of where he's going to run. That's also integrated into this game, except with the closet. And this might be a little spoiler-ish, but not really. He doesn't start off in the closet, but if at some point, I don't actually know how he gets there, but at some point when you're not looking, when you're at a door or you're facing your bed, you'll hear something run across your room, and when you turn around, you'll see that the closet doors move. And from that point, Foxy is in your closet. And he has, as I've seen, he has stages just like in the first game. He actually starts off as a plushie, and then he'll have you'll be able to see, like, the side of his stomach and his arm. He's standing up straight, and then he'll be leaning over. And I haven't actually gotten jump scared by him yet, so I don't know what happens after that, unfortunately. So I guess it's a little unfair that I can't tell you what happens next, but I know it's probably loud and bad and deathy. But how you actually get him to go away is actually by closing the door on him. And he'll never go away, but he will revert forms, and he'll go back to his plushie form. And it's kind of like in the first game, where as long as you keep an eye on him, he won't move off the stage. But in this game, you can at least contain him back. You aren't going to have to check him every couple seconds, but you can keep him standing there, and you can keep him from killing you. And also, with the little Freddles, that's what I call them, the little bed Freddies, the little small little plushy-ish Freddies that sit on your bed that you have to turn around and check on, they kind of remind me more of the marionette from the second game, where you had to keep his music box wound up. You have to keep checking and flashing your light, or actually Freddy will turn into Freddy and he will eat you. I had shrunk the game, and I was looking at something on the internet, and I went back to the game, and for some reason the game was playing. I didn't start the game. It was sitting at the home screen, so I don't know what happened. And my character, I was, like, looking at the bed, and I'm like, what the heck? So I hit the light button, and I got, like, there was this loud assaulting noise, and then Freddy jumped at me. So apparently the little Freddles on the bed are where Freddy comes from. But the mechanic is you just have to flash your light at them and they'll go away. Kind of like Foxy in the second game, but I kind of see it more as the marionette. It's something that isn't so immediate, but you have to keep taking your attention away from the more immediate dangers of Bonnie and Chica at your doors to stop this dangerous, non-dangerous thing from killing you. So that's kind of how it is about the marionette. And between the missions, they brought back the 8-bit games from the second and third game, which is pretty cool. And this is basically what's telling you the story. And I'm not going to spoil any of the story for you. And I still haven't got past night 2, so I don't know much of the story. But I have seen other YouTubers get further, so I know some of it. I'm trying to keep away from spoilers, but I'm beginning to piece it together at least. But other than that, the game is really good. It's nice. It's got a fresh take. I don't know if it's gonna get repetitive, because it kind of feels a little repetitive to me already, and I kind of don't like that we no longer have the cameras, because I feel like the cameras kind of added an air of I don't really know how to explain it, but I don't for sure I don't think we can enjoy Scott's work on the animatronic sprites, because we can't look at them unless they're jumping in our faces. Really, that's all you see of them is when they're jumping in your faces. The only thing you get to actually look at is Foxy. He's the only one you can actually look up close without getting jumped at, and that's one thing I kind of feel like the cameras offered, and I kind of miss the cameras. It's nice not having to check them constantly and always be afraid of getting scared, but at the same time, you still have to do the same thing with the little frettles, and you always have something that can get you scared from a different direction. But other than that, it's a nice game. I like it a lot more than I like the third one, to be honest. The first one's still my favorite though, but this one is probably one of the best. I would still like to get through it, but I'm having some issues. But other than that, it seems like a really nice game now that the audio is fixed in it and I can actually play it. So this is my non-angry review on Five Nights at Freddy's 4. I'm Midnight Siren, and I will see you guys next time.